Did you know that the average American household carries over $90,000 in debt? From mortgages and student loans to credit card debt, the weight of what you owe can seem overwhelming. But often, it's not just the amount of debt that's the problem, it's how we handle it. Today, we'll explore the common pitfalls and errors that many fall into, unknowingly sabotaging their own financial freedom. We'll look at everything from the psychological hurdles that keep you from pressing forward, to strategic missteps like ignoring interest rates or failing to budget properly. Armed with this knowledge, you'll be better equipped to manage your debt effectively and steer clear of these costly mistakes. Whether you're struggling with managing your debt or you're just trying to stay financially savvy, this video is packed with essential tips to help you achieve and maintain debt freedom. So, buckle up and prepare to transform the way you tackle debt. Chapter 1. Ignoring interest rates. When tackling debt, it's crucial not to overlook the interest rates. Did you know that high-interest debts like credit card balances can grow faster than you can pay them down if only minimum payments are made? This is because the interest compounds, meaning you end up paying interest on your interest. For example, if you have a credit card debt of $10,000 at a 20% annual rate, and you're only paying the minimum, you could end up paying almost double that amount over time. Prioritizing high-interest debts can save you a ton of money in the long run, money that could be invested to grow your wealth instead. Chapter 2. Lack of a clear strategy. A scattergun approach to paying off debt is like trying to hit a moving target blindfolded. Without a clear strategy, you're likely to end up paying more over a longer period. Structuring your debt repayment, whether it's the avalanche method, where you pay off debts with the highest interest rates first, or the snowball method, where you pay off smaller debts first to gain momentum, can make a massive difference. Did you know that people who follow a systematic debt repayment plan typically become debt-free faster than those who don't? By having a plan, you also set clear milestones, which can significantly boost your motivation and chances of success. Chapter 3. Minimum payments trap. Making only the minimum payment on your debts might seem like it keeps your monthly budget in check, but it's a trap. This approach stretches your debt over a longer period, meaning you pay more interest over time. For instance, if you take a typical credit card debt and make only the minimum monthly payments, it could take over 20 years to clear it. This mistake can keep you in a perpetual cycle of debt, limiting your financial growth and the ability to invest in your future. Understanding the real cost of minimum payments can be an eye-opener that motivates you to allocate more funds to debt repayment. Chapter 4. Not prioritizing debts. Deciding which debts to pay off first can dramatically impact how quickly you become debt-free. It's a common mistake not to prioritize your debts effectively. You might think it's best to pay off the smallest debt first for a quick win, the snowball method. However, tackling the debt with the highest interest rate first, the avalanche method, might actually save you more money in the long run. The key is understanding which method feels more motivating and sustainable for you. Surprisingly, a study found that those who prioritize their highest interest debts save more money and become debt-free sooner than those who choose other methods. Chapter 5. Failing to negotiate. Many people don't realize that you can often negotiate your debt terms. Whether it's reducing the interest rate, waiving late fees, or restructuring the debt payment terms, creditors are sometimes more flexible than you think. For example, a simple phone call to your credit card company requesting a lower interest rate can be successful up to 80% of the time if you have a history of timely payments. Taking the initiative to negotiate can not only ease your payment terms but also speed up your debt repayment process, allowing you to save and invest sooner. Chapter 6. Skipping emergency fund. It's tempting to throw every extra penny at your debt, but not setting aside money for emergencies can backfire. Without an emergency fund, any unexpected expense, like a car repair or medical bill, can force you back into debt. Financial advisors often recommend having at least 3-6 months worth of living expenses saved up. This safety net ensures that you don't undo all your hard work paying off debt when life throws you a curveball. Interestingly, those with a robust emergency fund are less likely to accrue new debt and are better positioned to handle financial crises. Chapter 7. Ignoring credit score. Neglecting your credit score while paying off debt is like ignoring your health during flu season. A good credit score can give you leverage to negotiate better interest rates or refinance your debts into more manageable terms. For instance, improving your credit score from fair to good could potentially lower interest rates on new loans by several percentage points, which translates to thousands of dollars saved over time. Additionally, many don't realize that consistently paying down debt actually helps improve your credit score, demonstrating responsible credit management. Chapter 8. No budgeting. Budgeting might seem tedious, but it's the backbone of financial freedom. Without a clear budget, it's easy to overspend or misallocate funds, slowing down your debt repayment. Effective budgeting lets you track where every dollar goes, ensuring that you can maximize your payments toward high-interest debts. Interestingly, studies show that households with a regular budget are 33% more likely to feel financially secure than those without one. Budgeting apps and tools can simplify this process, helping you to stick to your financial goals and see real progress in debt reduction. Chapter 9. Accumulating new debt. One of the biggest hurdles in debt repayment is the temptation to take on new debt. It's crucial to avoid using credit cards or loans for non-essential purchases while you're still paying off existing debts. Each new line of credit not only increases your debt load but can also set back your payoff timeline significantly. For example, taking out a new car loan while still paying off credit card debt can add years to your financial recovery. A good rule of thumb is to ask yourself if the purchase is essential and if there's a way to save for it instead of incurring additional debt. Chapter 10. Lack of financial education. Many people struggle with debt simply because they lack basic financial education. Understanding the principles of interest, debt management, and financial planning is essential for making informed decisions. For instance, knowing the difference between good debt, like a mortgage, and bad debt, like high-interest credit card debt, can guide your financial strategies. Surprisingly, a study found that individuals who take personal finance courses are less likely to fall into debt traps because they're equipped with the knowledge to manage their finances better and make savvy decisions that enhance their wealth over time. Chapter 11. Ignoring fees and penalties. It's easy to overlook the small print, but fees and penalties can significantly inflate your debt. Late payment fees, overdraft charges, and annual card fees all add up and can obstruct your debt payoff efforts. Being aware of these fees and actively working to avoid them can save you a lot. For example, setting up automatic payments can help avoid late fees, and reviewing your bank statements regularly can keep you aware of any unnecessary charges. By reducing these fees, you free up more money to go directly towards reducing your principal balance, thus speeding up your debt freedom. Chapter 12. Psychological barriers. Debt isn't just a financial challenge, it's a psychological one too. The stress of owing money can lead to anxiety, which might hinder your ability to manage your finances effectively. It's important to stay positive and focused on your goals. Techniques like setting small, achievable milestones and celebrating those successes can greatly improve your motivation. Also, talking about your financial struggles with a trusted friend or a professional can provide support and keep you accountable. Remember, staying mentally healthy is just as crucial as staying financially disciplined. Chapter 13. Relying on risky solutions. Turning to high-risk financial solutions like payday loans or cash advances can seem like an easy fix when you're in a pinch, but these options often exacerbate your debt situation. Payday loans, for example, can carry interest rates that exceed 300% annually, trapping you in a cycle of debt that's hard to escape. It's important to explore all other options, such as community assistance programs, personal loans with lower rates, or payment plans negotiated directly with creditors, before resorting to these high-cost loans. Chapter 14. Not reviewing progress. It's essential to regularly review your debt repayment progress. Without periodic reviews, it's easy to stray off course or miss opportunities to adjust your strategy for better results. Setting quarterly review dates can help you stay on track and make necessary adjustments based on your financial performance and any changes in your income or expenses. This ongoing evaluation not only helps ensure you are making the most effective use of your money but also keeps you motivated as you see the tangible results of your efforts. Chapter 15. Overlooking tax implications. Many people forget to consider the tax implications of their debt repayment strategies. For instance, if you settle a debt for less than what you owe, you may be liable for taxes on the forgiven amount. Additionally, not taking advantage of tax-deductible interest payments on certain types of loans, like student loans or mortgages, can mean missing out on potential savings. Being aware of these tax considerations and planning accordingly can significantly affect the efficiency and success of your debt payoff plan.